Om Rim Krim Chamundaye Vicheche. Om Rim Krim Chamundaye Vicheche. Do you get the idea? And if I go faster, then you go faster with it. Okay, it has a lot to do with the rhythm as well. Om Rim Krim Chamundaye Vicheche. 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 Aim 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 Rim Krim Chamundai 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 Vicheche. Aim 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 Rim Krim Chamundaye 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 Vicheche. Aim Prim 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 Krim Chamundaye Vicheche. Aim Rim 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 Krim Chamundaye Vicheche. Aim Prim 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 Krim Chamundaye Vicheche. Aim Rim 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 Krim Chamundaye Vicheche, 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 Aim Rim Rim Chamundaye Vicheche, Aim Rim Krim 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 Chamundai 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 Vicheche, Krim Chamundai Vicheche, Aim Rim 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 Chamundai Vicheche, Aim Rim Krim 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 Chamundai Vicheche. That is 6 rounds. Now the 7th round. Shall we let the ladies start first, please? Aim Rim Krim Chamundai Vicheche, 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 Chamundai Vicheche, Aim Rim Krim 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 Chamundai Vicheche, Aim Rim Chamundai Vicheche, Aim Rim Chamundai Vicheche, Aim Rim Krim Chamundai Vicheche, Aim Rim Chamundai Vicheche, Aim Rim Krim Chamundai Vicheche, Aim Rim Krim Chamundai Vicheche, Chamundai Vicheche, Aim Rim Krim Chamundai Vicheche, Chamundai Vicheche, Chamundai Vicheche, Chamundai Vicheche, Aim Rim Krim Chamundai Vicheche, Aim Rim Chamundai Vicheche, Aim Rim Krim Chamundai Vicheche, Chamundai Vicheche, Aim Rim Krim 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 Chamundai Vicheche, Aim Rim Chamundai Vicheche, Aim Rim Krim Chamundai Vicheche, Aim Rim Chamundai Vicheche, Aim Rim Krim Chamundai Vicheche, Aim Rim Chamundai Vicheche, Aim Rim Krim Chamundai Vicheche, Aim Rim Chamundai Vicheche, Aim Rim Krim Chamundai Vicheche, Aim Rim Chamundai Vicheche, Aim Rim Krim Chamundai Vicheche, Chamundai Vicheche, Em Krim Krim Chamandaye Cheche. Em Krim Krim Chamandaye Vicheche. Em Krim Krim Chamandaye Vicheche. Em Krim Krim Chamandaye Vicheche. Em Krim Krim Chamandaye Cheche. 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 Em Krim Krim Chamandaye Vicheche. 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 Now, if you were standing outside the universe, this is essentially a Shakti mantra. A Shakti mantra means that it is the manifestation of the manifester. So, the manifestation is perceived by sound. We hear this in the Bible as well. First was the Word and etc. You know that. Fine. Now, if you were standing outside the universe, you'd find the universe pulsating like this. And the chant you did would be in rhythm with that pulsation. This is what you would experience, this rhythmic sound. Of course, this is audibly expressed, but the same is experienced in the subtlest form of sound. And this is the effect you would get, a gentle pulsation. Now and then it speeds up, and then it rhythms down, and that slowness, and it speeds up. And this is what happens to the universe, which is nothing but a vibration. This is what if you could stand outside, this is what you would hear and observe and feel. Good. Now, how many of you experienced this morning as if the mantra, the chant was just going on mechanically and you were away from it? Plenty. Beautiful. It's very, very beautiful. How many of you had the experience now while doing the chant as if you are just floating away? That's very beautiful. And this experience would be felt more from the pit of the stomach, as if you just sort of levitated. Is that true? Right? There we are. Lovely, good. So it has great power. Now, when we do a chant, that is in rhythm with the chant of the universe, the vibration of the universe, it would naturally affect the vibrations around us. Now, at this moment, while we are sitting here, if a stranger walks in that has not been in the chant, that person will feel something that, of course, the person won't be able to explain it. but there will be a heightened form of vibration that could even touch the grossest person. Get fun. In this chant, it is also pranayama. Now, when you say the chant, just you repeat it. Now, do you notice that while you're doing the chant, you are exhaling most of the time? Aim rim krim chamundaye vicheche. Aim rim krim chamundaye vicheche. In other words, you are expelling all the time. You take a little breath and you are expelling all the time. Now, what happens by expelling? You are getting rid of a lot of toxins in your body. And the best way, as doctors would tell you, you get rid of toxins from your body by perspiration, by urination, by the toilet, etc., etc. And most importantly, the subtlest toxins in the body is got rid of by breathing. So in this chant, it is mostly you're exhaling all the time. From the deepest levels of the lungs, you're exhaling, and you're getting rid of a lot of toxins. So that means it is also the mind is becoming in tune with the vibrations of the universe, and at the same time, by throwing off toxins, the body too is becoming more and more refined. Now, we've had many cases on our files. We have that people suffering with asthma, people suffering with emphysema, over a period of time doing this very chant, their lungs opened up. And the asthma got better. And they are not troubled with asthma anymore. So with this, and like that, I could quote you many case histories, how this chant is beneficial physically, physiologically, it is beneficial psychologically, and when we do the chant and the chant is just happening automatically on its own, and we, the real I within ourselves that we spoke about yesterday, is observing the pulsation of the universe. So here the separation is taking place between the small I and the big I. And as we proceed in this by regular practice, we can stand apart from the world. Then we reach the stage to be in the world and yet not of the world. See, so this chant is very beautiful. I'm sure you all enjoyed it. Okay?
I want to know is what is the significance in their age?
The significance of 108, that's a very short answer to that. They normally they say that according to the Shakti, according to manifestation, this is according to, of course, Vedic traditions, that in a chant there are 108 gods invoked. And well, look, I don't know how true that is, but nevertheless, it's quite beautiful, really. Okay, fine.
It requires some very great effort of will from me at times to meditate.
You stand up and count hands.
It requires a very great effort of will from me at times to meditate or to trust it. And even at times I won't do it. I wonder why. Why is it that change?
Yes, fine, that's very beautiful, yes. The thing is, meditation itself, I mean, this has been repeated over and over again on this tour here, and I think we've had 20, 30 lectures, and some people do find it an effort to really get down to meditation. Now, meditation itself is, of course, effortless, but in the beginning stages, one has to really make some little effort to find time, make time, to get down to meditation. As you would know that our minds are patterned. We live in a certain mode of life, And we have our set schedules and routines. So this is something additional which is added on to our way of life. And whenever you try and remold a pattern, then some little effort is required in the beginning. But you would find that with the initial little effort for a few weeks or a month, it becomes so part and parcel of ourselves that we would start looking forward to our meditation times. It is our experience that many people watch their clocks, oh, it's nearly 5, I must go home, and they look forward to getting down to the meditation. So in the beginning, some effort would be required to really settle down. And once it becomes part and parcel of your pattern, you'd find that no effort will be necessary, and you'd actually be looking forward to having a meditation, like looking forward to having a meal or a glass of water when you're very thirsty. So we have to have a little effort in the beginning, and as we get more and more established in the meditational practices, it becomes more and more joyful, more and more relaxing. We become more and more composed in body and mind, and it creates a pull within ourselves, call it a magnetic pull within ourselves, that within the new pattern that is created, we find that we have to fulfill the pattern, and in fulfilling the pattern, we find fulfillment. So you'll be attracted to it more and more. So in the beginning, a little effort, it won't hurt really. Huh?
Bill?
The question was, is the end of the world fairly imminent? Now, I heard of a lady who heard that the world was coming to an end in 2 million years' time. So what she did, she committed suicide. What we are interested in is not the end of the world. We are not interested in the end of the world, if the end of the world is coming or not. That is not really the issue. What we are trying to do really is to live fully now, where in the living of the now, the past and the present is experienced in the moment of the now. Now, what happens to most people, and that includes the vast majority, is that they never live in the now. They either live in the past or they live in the future. By living in the past, it means that their minds, as any psychiatrist will tell you, that their minds are completely muddled up with what happened in the past. 2 weeks ago, Auntie Matilda said something, and we still keep on worrying about it. Now, that has been the past completely, and it does not help really to worry about what has happened in the past. Fine. Now you would say that what has happened in the past does affect the future, the present. Well, that could very well be so. It could affect the present. But by worrying or having our mind whirling around in thought of the past is not going to help us. It will prevent us, preclude us from enjoying the present. So, what we do, as we said last night, that if thoughts of the past do crop up, we objectify the thought. Objectifying the thought means that we analyze the thought, we think of Auntie Matilda, we think of her, what she said, and we analyze it. And by analysis, we find that the sting of it would disappear, and gradually the happening of the past would dwindle away. Now, the greatest gift given to man by divinity is the ability to forget. Now just imagine that of this whole existence that we have lived, if you believe in past lives, it could extend back to millions and millions of years. Now, if man has to remember all the incidences of all his past lives and even the incidences of the present life, life would become absolutely unbearable. Good. So the greatest gift given to mankind is the ability to forget. Now, if we have been given this ability to forget, we are going against the law of nature that is within ourselves by not wanting to forget. So our mind is churning, churning, churning all the time, whirling thoughts. Right. Our mind is composed not only of whirling thoughts, but association of ideas. Because Auntie Matilda said something, how is it going to affect Uncle Matilda? Fine. Now, meanwhile, they might not be caring two hoots about us. Okay, yet we start worrying. We start worrying. So there are many people we find that a word is said to them and they'll churn that little word, that little, just small, insignificant thing that is said to us, we would whirl it in our minds so much that it would assume far greater proportion than what was actually meant. Fine. In other words, we create a mountain out of a molehill, and what happens? Nothing happens to Auntie Matilda, but all the things are happening to us. So we end up in great mental confusion, and in many cases, where there are very, very weak minds, it has ended up in a lot of mental derangement. So the general antidote for that is to be able to, and we all can do it, is to objectify the thought. In other words, objectification of the thought means viewing the happening or the thought as if we are viewing a cinema screen. Something is happening there. Fine. And by doing that, of course, we become devoid of the emotional quality that is involved. Objectification of any happening or thought means that we take out the quality of emotion from it. And when the quality of emotion is taken out from it, then it does not affect us so much. Now, we have 3 levels in our lives. The first level is the thinking level. Second level is the feeling level, and thought and feeling lead to action. So those are the 3 levels on which all human beings live and exist. So what happened in the past first comes to us as thought. The thought churns so much that it affects our feelings, and sometimes the other way around. But mostly it is stimulated more by thought, because thought comprises the intellect. Thought comprises the intellect where things are weighed, the pros and cons of the incident is there. And as we churn it more and more, as we churn the thought more and more, and because of our conditioned minds, because of our pattern minds, we always seem to find the greater portion of negativity in it rather than the positivity. Auntie Matilda said that you looked terrible in a blue dress. Now we are going to worry about that. We went to the party and Auntie Matilda said the blue dress did not suit you. Fine. Meanwhile, there were 100 people at the party who might have admired you in the blue dress and said, "Oh, that is really your color and you look beautiful in it." But Auntie Matilda, for reasons of her own, it could be pettiness perhaps, could be little jealousies, whatever, said you didn't look nice in your blue dress. Now we worry about this. Now when we analyze, now we start worrying. Now if we analyze that what motivated Auntie Matilda saying this, we will find, looking at it positively, looking at it unemotionally, When the sting is lost, we will start taking no notice at all of what Auntie Matilda said. This is a very small instance how thoughts, never mind of what proportion they are. In this way, the principle remains the same. In this way, we objectify the thought and thereby not feel hurt in mind or in body or in our emotional self, which comprises the whole lot put together. And so we cease to live in the past, and by ceasing to live in the past, we would enjoy the present more. Good. That is one aspect of our trouble. The other aspect of our trouble is that we live in the future today. In other words, we don't live today, we live next week today. Good. What is going to happen next week when I go to work on Monday? What is the boss going to say? What is this? All these kinds of troubles. In other words, even before the trouble begins, we are living it now. Why? It is really speaking so devoid of any common sense. Any common sense, and yet common sense is supposed to be common. Yeah. Yes. So we from common sense, not having common sense, we lose a sense and reach nonsense. Yes. That's what we do. Yes. What is the sense of living in the future? What is going to happen is going to happen. And what is going to happen tomorrow or next week is definitely determined by how we live today. Right. Now, if we live today well, then tomorrow assuredly would be good too. So therefore, if we can get out of our little minds yesterday and tomorrow and live for today. We are here today, for example, and as I'm speaking to you, your minds are not worrying about yesterday and not about tomorrow because you are now absorbed in the subject that we are discussing. Now, in that way we can live today, if we can live in the present, and to be able to live in the present, the secret is absorption. The secret of being able to live in today is absorption. Now, if we can absorb ourselves entirely in whatever we are doing, if I absorb myself entirely in the things I'm talking about, then I'm not thinking of South Africa at the moment. No, I'm not thinking of what is happening to the centers in Australia or in Rhodesia. No, I am absorbed in you here and now. So all the things, all the worries, all the meditators, thousands and thousands and thousands of them in the world at the present moment is perhaps behind at the back of the consciousness, but my main aim now is to be absorbed in you. So, the secret of being able to live in the present, not in the past and the future, the secret to be able to live in the present would be total absorbment in what we are doing. Many people, they sit down to eat, for example. Good. While they're eating, a million thoughts are going through their mind, and then they don't enjoy the food. They don't eat, they gulp it down. Good. Now, all these little things, they swallow it down, I suppose. They gulp other things. Now, so by enjoying every moment, by being absorbed in every moment of our day, we naturally enjoy, because absorption in the thing is very, very synonymous with joy. Now, joy can express itself in many ways. And absorption, for example, if absorption is in something which is not very conducive to our minds, even then, total absorption in it would lose a lot of its pain, because with the absorption there is also an objectivity involved, where if we live fully for the moment, in the moment, for the moment and in the moment and by the moment, then automatically that very action, that very absorption would show us the total meaning of the situation. And by knowing the total meaning of the situation is objectifying the situation in the process of being absorbed in it. So what we do is forget the past, forget the future today, because none of us really know what is going to happen 5 minutes later. So therefore this little story of the women who heard the world was coming to an end in 2 million years' time and committing suicide today, how stupid that is. She might just live for another 10 or 15 years and she's worried about 2 million years' time. So, if is the world going to an end, is it imminent, is of no consequences whatsoever. In the general scheme of things, if we go in an aeroplane and we observe the ocean from an aeroplane, we will find the ocean very still. It's only when we're very nearby that we see all the rough waves tossing and turning. So therefore, with our meditational practices, we develop the attitude of standing aside, which we have to this morning measured to a certain extent, where the charm just went on its own, and we just felt within ourselves, we felt ourselves within ourselves, and the happening was outside ourselves. So that is the whole process. One of the purposes of meditation is that we live a fuller, more integrated life. And integration, as I've said before, is integration of mind, body, and spirit. And when should it be integrated? Not yesterday and not tomorrow. It should be integrated now. So, as patterns form, as we become more and more absorbed in our meditations, and with a little effort at first, of course, it becomes part and parcel of ourselves, and then that integration is for now, and not worrying about if the world will end or not. It will end. Oh yes, oh yes. Everything that is created, everything that is born must die. Right? Everything that is brought into existence must have, at a certain level, non-existence. Right? But that non-existence does not mean annihilation. Non-existence means that the evolved world lives in an involved state. It means that the whole tree is already existing in the seed. The seed is the involved state, and as the seed develops, it lives in the evolved state. So, there are in the universe, and when I say universe, I mean the totality of all the universes put together. There are changes, there are these waves tossing and turning all the time. The wave rises, the wave subsides. In that way, our very universe too will dissolve, will come to a stage of dissolution. But that does not affect us in the least. Even when we die, this body is indestructible. It goes back to its original elements. So when the world or the universe ends, what will happen? That is that the constant factor behind it all will remain constant, because it is changeless and unchangeable. Whatever we see changing all the time are like the waves on the ocean, tossing and turning, yet it is still composed. The waves themselves are still composed of the very essence from which the waves come about, which is the water. Right? Through meditation we dive and find the calmness, And by finding the calmness, the underlying tranquility, the turbulence of the ocean assumes less turbulence. It is turbulent, but less affecting us less, because we have now known the secret of calmness and can objectify the turbulence, where the turbulence could be looked at objectively. And so, this whole universe will dissolve. It will come to a dissolution. The law of nature is creation, preservation, and dissolution. Those three things take place in everything, from the minutest atom to the entirety of the universe. And in preservation, things carry on, and in the preservation there is another process taking place. The process of evolution is in the process of preservation until it reaches dissolution. Now, dissolution is not the downward curve of the circle as many people imagine it to be. Dissolution means that the grosser matter of the universe becomes more finer and finer and finer until a stillness, a tranquility is achieved, a tranquility between the three elements that govern the universe. And in Sanskrit, the three elements are known as tamas, rajas, and sattva. Fine. Now, these three elements are graded. Tamas is inertia. An inertia means a kind of stagnation. Fine. Inertia at one end. At the other end, the refinement, the total, the finest relative value of refinement of that gross inertia. Anything which is inert is gross, while anything which is sattva reaches its finest relative value. And the activator between tamas and rajas is the factor of tamas, and sattva is the factor of rajas, which activates the inertia and leads it on to sattva, and that is the process of evolution. So, imminent, if you say imminent destruction of the universe, destruction is not the word, but dissolution is the word, where through the process of evolution, the gross tamas, activated by the rajasic, the activating factor or rajas, takes it to a finer and finer level of sattva. That is the finest relative. And when it reaches the finest relative, it assumes a tranquility. So in our daily life, what we are trying to find is the quality of tranquility, composure, calmness. And when that happens, be sure that the prominent factor in our lives or in the universe is sattvic, the finest relative value that dominates. But that does not mean that rajas, the activation or the activator, or inertia, tamas, is destroyed. Nothing ever is destroyed, but it is transformed and assumes new form and shape. What happens to the universe, and which has been happening to us, it might seem millions and millions and millions of years, millions of light years, perhaps, as we would like to call it. But in cosmic time, things happen. What seems to us to be a million years, it could just be a fraction of a second. The bubble comes up in the water and the bubble bursts. Right. So everything dissolves and disintegrates into its original element, reaching a tranquility, which in Sanskrit is called the night of Brahma, which is the or pralay, that is the classical word for it. It reaches pralay, where there is a certain tranquility. But within the tranquility, The Rajasic qualities, the activating qualities, although having become tranquil, still has the faint impulse, that will regenerate itself, become grosser, and form another universe. So this universe that we hear of or know of is nothing but composed of the same matter and same material and same qualities, the same gunas of the previous universe. So when we say destruction of the world, destruction of the universe, we mean that things disintegrate, dissolve, go back to its original finer elements. That is what is meant. So nothing is lost. I've said this over and over again, that not a single ounce of energy can be added on into this universe, and not a single ounce of energy can be detracted from the universe. So it goes on and on and on. The reason why it goes on and on and on is because the composition of matter itself is eternal too. Anything eternal can never be destroyed. Anything eternal can never be destroyed, because even matter is beginless, and what is beginless is endless. The changes we see are just the transformations of of matter into different and various forms. So we think that it has died and it is reborn again. Figuratively, perhaps literally, figuratively, it could be true, but it is just a continuous change, a continuous transformation of name and form. But the thing itself remains the same. This chair is made of wood, this table is made of wood, both are wood, but one we call a chair, the other we call a table. So, name and form are the only elements that will determine to us the nature of change. And name and form is created by man's mind. Good. We call this table a table now, but say the originators of language, if they call this very table chair and the chair a table, then we would be knowing it today, that I am sitting on the table and the chair is there. So name and form is created by man naturally for convenience purposes, to have a certain understanding or a certain kind of stability. So, to come back to your question and to finish the question, the answer to the question, it is this, that nothing is ever destroyed. The universe, which is relative, is subject to various changes, and it goes on from change to change to change. And we will not be affected by the changes of daily living or by the changes that happens in the entire universe if we discover through our meditation and spiritual practices the calmness, the stillness, the unchanging factor. And that is what we are trying to achieve. To experience the unchanging factor, then all this change does not matter. Auntie Matilda doesn't matter. Nothing matters at all. Okay. Thank you.
And I got too long on this, but I thought it was important.
Let's try to find people that haven't heard the questions answered yet. You haven't asked one yet? Anyone who hasn't had...
Yes, we may give him a chance, I suppose.
I'd actually talk about creativity, Gururaj. There are some psychologists, I think, who say that creative activity, writing, painting, and so on, is a result of perhaps neurosis or at least personal unhappiness that one needs to resolve. Do you agree with this? And is it possible, therefore, to be a totally integrated person and to continue with.
Beautiful, beautiful. What a beautiful question. Could you hear it at the back? Sure. I'll repeat it, yes. I'll repeat the gist of it. Some psychologists maintain that all creativity, writing, painting, whatever, music, is the result of a certain kind of neurosis. Good. Now, she also wants to know that can creativity be possible in a self-integrated state? Now, let's tackle the first part of the question first, after some water. I've got 8 minutes. I'll extend it a bit longer. Okay, you're right. Now, these psychologists are partly right. These psychologists that say that creativity stems from psychosis or neurosis, they are partly right because their level of inquiry has only reached that which they know to be psychosis and neurosis and have not gone further. Their observations, as we stand in the world of knowledge today, is necessarily limited. Good. Now, a psychotic person or a neurotic person can do an action, which is non-supportive to nature. Now, could they call that creative? It's destructive. Fine. Now, there are certain factors. Now, psychologists, psychiatrists, they delve and dwell on the level of the mind only, so their interpretations are of the mind. Now, psychologists have a habit of trying to classify or investigate a diseased mind. But very seldom do they want to categorize or classify or examine an undiseased mind. So, in that bias, they have the assumptions, or they put the proposition that all creativity is based on neurosis, and which is partly true. That for a person to express oneself, there necessarily has to be imperfection. A person to perfect himself tries to perfect himself by expression. That which is perfect does not require expression whatsoever. So, it is man's quest in trying to find perfection that he wants to express himself in music or poetry or whatever the case might be, painting. He really tries to perfect himself in that way. But does perfection really result from that process? Can perfection come about through the neurosis of a person? I have seen paintings that has reflected so very clearly to me the state of a person's mind, and most of you have seen that. Good. So, the neurosis a person suffers can act as a stimulus. To try and perfect oneself. But there again, one does not need neurosis towards or on the path of perfection. One does not need to be neurotic in order to perfect oneself. Fine. But as I said before, that the inquiry of psychologists is normally into the abnormal or diseased mind. It should be diseased rather. The inquiry is based mostly on the diseased mind. But right, so they go to the conscious mind, they go to the unconscious mind, perhaps, Jungian philosophy, psychology, they go to the subconscious mind, but they do not take into account the superconscious mind. And this is the contribution to Western psychology and psychiatry, that finding self-integration between mind, body and spirit, one naturally reaches and touches the superconscious mind, and that we are doing by our practices. Now, when a person finds the integration within himself, then he does not create in the sense of the creation we had just spoken about. Then that person reflects. Do you see the difference? Okay? One tries to, because of imperfection, tries to create, and in its expression of creation, tries to perfect himself. Right? But the perfected man does not create, he reflects. He reflects in his music, or he reflects in his painting, or in his poetry. He reflects that which he is himself, that perfection. Have you not experienced in daily life where a certain piece of music could really drag you down? Could make you feel awful, while another elevated piece of music could elevate you, uplift you, and take you into such a beautiful spirit. And when you hear such music, when you hear even the voice of a person that's elevated, you feel elevated. Even if you don't listen to the words, the sound enough is there to elevate you and uplift you. Fine. So that is not creation. That is reflection. In other words, that musician, that poet, that painter, that orator is reflecting himself. He is actually giving of himself to those around him. So neurosis naturally is not the basis of creation, because the creation of a neurotic person would be neurotic too. And the reflection of an uplifted person would be an uplifting reflection for all to enjoy. Does that answer you? Does that finish my 8 minutes, or can I go on more? One more question, right? Oh, beautiful. That was a lovely question. Beautiful. Okay.
Peter, yes. I'd like to know when the seeming negativity of people that surround you in your life, from whom there's no immediate escape, overwhelms you. Is there any way one can deal with it when one feels almost as if it's so overwhelming that we know?
True. Well, in this question, everyone heard it. Shall I repeat it? Gist of it, yeah. That the seeming negativity of people around you overwhelms you, and how to escape from it. Good. Now here are so many factors to be analyzed. Firstly, the word seeming. Secondly, the word negativity. Thirdly, the word overwhelming. And fourthly, the word escaping. Right. In reality, if you analyze your own question, you have answered it yourself in the first word, seeming. Right. When we develop the attitude that this negativity inflicted upon us, let us use it, there's no such thing there, inflicted upon us is seemingly so, then negativity loses its sting, because it is just seemingly so. Whatever is seemingly so is unreal. So that infliction upon us is seemingly negative means that that negativity is not real. Fine. And that which is not real cannot inflict upon us. But now what do we get inflicted by? We get afflicted and inflicted by ourselves. Good. Anything which is not real, the seeming negativity, which is unreal negativity, cannot affect us or afflict us or inflict us. But the weakness lies in ourselves, Because we are trying to make a reality out of that which is unreal. Do you get that? It's a fine point. We are trying to make a reality out of that which is unreal. And our affliction or infliction is done unto us by none other than ourselves. So there too, meditational practices strengthens us so that we don't inflict our own self. We are our worst enemies. That's a very common saying. And sometimes very simple common sayings have such vast wisdom. Such vast wisdom. Only thing is we fail to understand the wisdom. Now, all the things that afflict us are afflicted upon us by ourselves. Now, if anything is afflicted upon us by ourselves, should we escape it? Or should we remedy it? By escaping it, we are giving greater momentum. We are not ridding ourselves of the problem created by ourselves by means of putting in reality where no reality exists. So, what we do when we are in such circumstances, we face it. We face it and not escape it. We do not escape it. By facing it requires a lot of strength. Right? It requires moral courage, mental strength, perhaps physical strength in certain circumstances. And if we can truly face it, we will find the seemingly negative to be not so negative because we are strong. And when we are strong, we can face it. We do not need to escape from it. Who escapes? Only the coward or the weak person escapes. Yeah. And that adds on still a greater weakness. Here we see negativity which is not there, and the coward or the weak person escapes. Yeah. And that adds on still a greater weakness. Here we see negativity which is not there, and we stimulate the negativity. We add on to the negativity by trying to escape from it, by trying to be weak. And what happens? The negativity becomes more stronger, and we become more weaker. You see, so we face these problems, and as we said before, by objectifying it, by seeing the unreality of it, that seemingly to us was real. And once we take the seemingliness away from it, we will see that it is just nothing. There's no sense in it at all, and then it becomes nonsense. Yes, and that is how we tackle life's problems on a daily basis. We tackle life's problem on a daily basis, whereby we would not feel hurt. We would not feel hurt. Now, by not feeling hurt does not mean that we surround ourselves by a wall. Building the wall around us. If somebody throws stones at us and we have a wall built around us, we won't be hurt because the wall is there. Fine. But that is escapism too. We are escaping by building that wall. So we don't, we out of the negativity we take the seemingliness away, and that automatically will make it positive. Fine. Then we don't need to escape from any form of positivity. We do not get afflicted because we have become stronger through our practices. And when we are strong, the necessity for escape in any form whatsoever will not be there anymore. And that's how we progress in life. That's how we evolve. That's how we become happier, more joyful, more loving. Life becomes more smoother all the time. And that is what I'm trying to share with you, that joy. Okay. Right. Time for lunch. What can I do?